Welcome to another monthly look back at the recent releases from Games Workshop. We're only going to be looking at the skirmish and box game lines, so none of the big war games, but there's still plenty to look at. The first thing we have is Necromunda, where we got a pretty big release in the form of a new core rulebook. There are a few changes in there, but really there isn't a lot new. This does pull together lots of different rules across various rulebooks, so it is a big help. But if you already have the hardback rulebook or the Ash Waste rulebook, this might not be for you. I have both and I picked this up straight away. I think lots of others had a similar opinion as it sold out pretty fast, but as a core product, I'm kind of expecting to be back in stock soon enough. This doesn't give you what you need to build a core gang, but it does give you everything you need to play a game. There are a few interesting changes that were detailed in a Warcom article. Some of the more interesting ones include getting XP from serious injuries, having serious injuries count as a flesh wound, and being able to spend XP for secondary skills. Hopefully at some point we'll see all of these new changes added in as a FAQ, so you'll be able to continue with your earlier rulebooks if you want. But as I said, I found it very nice to bring it all together. Along with this, there were also some card packs. The Core Gang Tactics pack is pretty nice and has generic tactics cards that any gang can use. It has a lot of reprints, but many of them have been changed. We also have the Open Hive War card pack, which is a way to randomly generate scenarios, which is pretty cool. And to go along with all of these cards, there were some card sleeves. Everything here sold out pretty fast, but hopefully we'll see them all again soon. Necromunda also got its monthly Apocrypha PDF, which this time gives me everything we need to play out battles in the sump seas of the Underhive. This could be one of the oceans on the surface of the planet, or one of the giant seas underneath the hives. While the rules do talk about water, I think that's optimistic at best. These are likely to be horrific chemicals and effluents in liquid form. Do not fall in. For Blood Bowl, we had the release of Gutterball. This is where the fans take to the streets and play brutal games with far less rules than the official games getting featured on Cablevision. It's basically a variant of Sevens, so it's a fun way of playing Blood Bowl. Personally, I'm happy enough sticking to the normal game or Sevens if I want something a little bit faster, but this sold out pretty quick, so people were obviously interested in it. Along with this release, we did have the Old World Lions and Underworld Denizens team boxes getting reissued. If you're unfamiliar, these teams are a mix from some of the other teams. The boxes are basically a sprue from one team and a second sprue from another team. There are also card packs. These might be useful teaching someone, but usually they aren't that popular. From Forge World, they have Ripper Balgrot, new for Blood Bowl. He's a troll that doesn't have the hungry and stupid traits, so he's pretty reliable at doing what you want him to. He's not one of the top star players out there, but if you would already be playing a troll, he does make for a nice upgrade. For Warcry, we have the new starter, which I've done an entire video on. Honestly, it is a great set with a wonderful learning curve for new players. But unfortunately, the price point is too hard to justify. If you want to get a friend into the game and aren't concerned about the money, it could be a good deal for that. If you're an experienced player and don't have these warbands, there might be some value in it then. You're going to get those 2 warbands, which are currently out of print, and you are going to get the extra small bit of terrain, which is quite nice, but for a similar price, you could pick up the 2 new warbands this month. That's the Quester Soulswarm and the Royal Beast Flayers. Again, we did a video on these 2 while reviewing the Nightmare Quest box. Both these warbands are great. There were a few minor adjustments to these warbands in the recent FAQ, nothing massive, but worth keeping in mind if you're looking to ally them. And that's all the releases for this month. I've also added in White Dwarf this time, as we're apparently going to see a focus on at least one of the skirmish games each month, although that currently seems to be focused just on Underworlds, Kill Team, and Warcry. This month had Warcry as focus and had 3 battle plans and the Divine Blessings, which are super interesting. And that is it for the month. No Kill Team, as it's between seasons, and Underworlds gets something every second month. Here I've updated the groups to combine Aeronautica and Titanicus into just Legions Imperialis. I'm pretty sure we're just going to see all the epic lines reboxed into this new game once it comes out. Feels like we'll see something from that soon enough though, so that is something to look forward to. Thanks for making it all the way to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Each week I put up a new video talking about one of Games Workshop's specialist games. The goal is always to try and make the best possible two-player experience. If this is something you'd find interesting, please subscribe to the channel and comment to let me know what you'd like to see in future.